Am I the idiot for making a joke about my GF's mum being lazy? I, male 35, live with my GF, female 31, and her parents, male 65, and female 64, in a house that my GF was apparently strong-armed into buying. I wasn't there, so don't want to make too many judgments on this. By her parents 3 years ago, when their business went south and they were worried they wouldn't have anywhere to live at the time she bought the house my GF and I were looking at moving in together anyway. We were both renting separately, and she said she realized it wasn't ideal for me to live with her parents, so she'd be happy for us to rent somewhere else to live. But the mortgage on the new house was the top of what she could afford, so I'd have to pay for the whole rental. To get a rental she liked would have meant me spending 3x what I was used to paying, so I said no and moved into her house. I work full-time and pay what full market rent would be for a room in her house. Her parents haven't worked since moving in, apart from about a brief time where one of my GF's friends got her mum a job in a supermarket, which she quit after about 4 weeks because apparently the manager was abusive. Again, I wasn't there, so not going to judge. I see her dad apply for jobs and get rejected, I assume because of his age, but her mom doesn't do anything from what I can see. They do very little around the house in terms of cooking, cleaning, etc. I'm not saying they should, but if I lived somewhere rent-free, somewhere my daughter paid for, she wouldn't have to lift a finger around the house. Maybe that's just me. I sympathize with her dad. It's clear he hates being unemployed, so I spoke to them about starting a mobile business for them. I made a quick website, no startup cost other than hosting and insurance, which I paid, and it's starting to take off. Her dad is working hard in the business. Her mum has refused to help in any way. Yesterday my GF made a throwaway comment about how she hopes she has her mum's figure when she's that age, and how her mum has the arse of a 21-year-old. I said I couldn't comment as she's not been off it for 3 years, so I can't remember what it looks like. My GF is now upset with me and says I should be more respectful about her mum. I feel I put up with a lot. It's not easy to be male 35 and live with your in-laws for 3 years. I'm polite to them every time I see them, and I think I'm entitled to the emotional release of the odd joke about it here and there. Am I the idiot? You're the idiot. It's not your place to be passive-aggressive about something the rest of the household might be okay with. Maybe the mom did the most work in the beginning of their marriage, or did all the child-rearing alone, or is from a culture where it's not common for the women to work, and our parents are more taken care of by their kids when they grow older. You said that you work 6 days a week. Maybe her mom helps her in ways that are not very visible but important to your girlfriend and not so much to you. I feel like it's something you could discuss, but this is definitely not the way. You're the idiot. Just because her parents appear to be in good enough condition to work doesn't mean that they are. I'm approaching 50 and starting to have health problems, which is making me pay more attention to how much I save and prepare for my retirement. You should just move out if you're unhappy or accept your fate. But insulting your GF's parents never goes over well. Now, for the next story. Am I the idiot for demanding the family ring? Hi, I'm 26 female, and my fiancé 30 male, is engaged and our wedding is set to be in 1 week. My fiancé proposed to me last year and gifted me a beautiful diamond ring. I in return brought his ring. My fiancé were engaged before me when he was 22 years old, and his ex-fiancée Sarah was his best friend, but the relationship didn't work out and they broke up. Now they have semi-friend relationship because they have a lot of mutual friends. I never actually liked her, she full of herself, but we didn't cross paths, so we were cool. Last week in my bachelorette party that my sister-in-law prepared for me, Sarah come wearing a staining diamond ring, very unique one and looks very familiar, and she started showing off her ring, but I thought good for her, she have a beautiful ring. Later I heard my sister-in-law telling Sarah she was idiot for wearing the ring and should take it off. So later I asked my sister-in-law why she told Sarah that, and she told me that was our family heirloom that her great-grandfather made that my fiancé gifted Sarah. He proposed with that ring. I would be lying if I told I wasn't angry. She intentionally wore that ring so she could show off. I asked my sister-in-law why didn't Sarah return the ring. She told me that Sarah refused to return it because she loves it so much, and mother-in-law instead that was okay. I find it very weird that she still has it, especially because of his great value to the family. Yesterday in a family dinner my mother-in-law told me in front of everyone, don't be sad, we like Sarah so she can have that family ring because she's family. I didn't tell anyone, not even my fiancé, what happened in the party, and my sister-in-law didn't also. And before I said anything my fiancé told his mother that she stole that ring and no one even likes Sarah, she's your friend daughter and not family, and Sarah was uninvited from the wedding because of her behavior. Of course mother-in-law threw a tantrum but stopped when he told her that he will uninvited her too. Later that night, my father-in-law apologized for mother-in-law behavior and told me that it's okay to demand that ring because it's yours. Today at uni Sarah come to me still wearing that ring and demand that I invites her back to the wedding and not to be a petty. And oh boy, that was the last straw. I demanded that she hand me the ring and that she stole what mine. I just get a text in my fiancé family group chat from mother-in-law saying, am I the idiot for demanding the family ring? So am I the idiot here? Edit. I don't want the ring, it's just the idea of her having it bother me. Also, my mother-in-law behavior. Info, because a lot of comments ask about it, Sarah was invited to the bachelorette party by mother-in-law. I had 2 parties, one with my friends, and the other one was requested by mother-in-law. I didn't know she was invited. Update. Hi everyone, thank you all for your input. I talked with my fiancé about it, and he told me not to bother myself with them and he will take care of everything. I told him after reading all your comments that I understand that I didn't have any claim for the ring. I just felt angry at Sarah and mother-in-law behaviors and stressed because of the wedding and uni exams. Last month my fiancé grandparents gifted me all the family heirlooms. My mother-in-law didn't get anything because my fiancé grandmother didn't like her, and she also gave a certificate that all of them are mine to use or gift as a want. I will be looking at it to see if that ring registers there. Update 2. Thank you all for commenting and taking the time to help me. I did understand that me demanding the ring back is not ideal and it's Huppy who have the right to reclaim it from Sarah. I did uninvited Sarah and her family from the wedding. Info. My fiancé grandparents didn't gift mother-in-law the family heirlooms because they didn't like her, so mother-in-law never wear that ring because it wasn't given to her. When my Huppy proposed to Sarah, his mother told him he should do it with the family heirloom. That time my fiancé had ownership of some family heirloom like the ring. Eventually he also gifted me all the family heirlooms in his possession. So he did, and when they broke up Sarah refused to return it, because a lot asked. They broke up because Sarah cheating, not physically but cheating is cheating no matter what type, and mother-in-law didn't accept that breakup and told my Huppy to forgive Sarah because it wasn't physical, and that made my fiancé change his view of mother-in-law and he distanced himself from her. Now for the real update. The family ring is registers in the ownership paper that I have. I will not demand that ring back because I will not wear it, I rather destroy it, but I will be given the ring. Ownership paper to my sister-in-law. Sister-in-law did get her share from the family heirlooms, but she always liked the rings the most, so she can demand it back, and if Sarah didn't return it she can sue her in small claims court. That's all for now. My wedding in 5 days. I feel so nervous and excited. Wish me luck, everyone. Not the idiot. Your fiancé's ex-fiancé is wearing the engagement ring given to her by your fiancé, which also happens to be his family heirloom. It's incredibly inappropriate for her to be wearing it, let alone still have it. Everyone sucks here. It is not your ring. Simple as that. You can't demand that she hand it over. Also, she is in the wrong for wearing it to your bachelorette party. Why was she even there in the first place? She wore it purposely because of what it meant. I wouldn't have her at the wedding for sure. Now, for the next story. Would I be the idiot for telling my best friend his girlfriend is insecure and jealous of me? Me, 21F, and my best friend, 21M, have been friends since we were practically born and became best friends in elementary school. We have always had a lot in common and similar interests. I love when we spend time together because it is always great, and he's the only person that knows me like the back of his hand and me the same to him. So for about 6 months I had to travel for work. I am a freelance model, and we hadn't spoken as much. Over that time he got a GF, and his GF 100% hates me and does not even want to meet me. He said that she talks bad about me and he insists that she stop. He said that she even insisted that he drop me, but he said he refused to do so. She doesn't even allow him to like my posts on social media, and the one time he did she swore up and down that he thought I was sexy / she liked me. He showed me these messages in person. I think the way she acts is really weird and gross. I will give a background though. In our early teens, he used to like me but I never felt the same. And a few years later we had kissed and we've slept in a bed together, but never more than that. And that was years ago, and even before college. I feel like we are completely platonic. She also constantly brings up how I have never really had a boyfriend. Which I haven't, but I don't date at all. I just stay focused on work and don't really care for it. She acts like I'm acting like he's my boyfriend when I'm not. It hurts me a lot that she is creating distance between us. Although I have other friends, he is for sure my best friend and almost a brother to me. I miss talking to him every day and just being able to hang out and do stuff. I don't know if I'm asking for too much or overstepping. I never pressure him to go against her wishes because I don't want to push him away. I really want to be honest with him about this. This has been a common trend with his GFS, and I honestly am sick of it, especially when all I want is my friend. I feel like it's just insecurity and jealousy, which is so common in women. One of his exes even said this explicitly, so I know it's not crazy to think this. Would I be an idiot for expressing this? You're the idiot. He is like a brother / sister to me equals. I will frick them eventually when I have chance. You constantly wanting to talk with him shows that you have attraction towards him. Also, you kissed him and slept in the same bed. It is normal for all girlfriends to hate you because you are a threat. Leave him alone so he can have a healthy relationship. Everyone sucks here. So your friend is showing you texts between himself and his girlfriend, things that are none of your business, yet he's continuing to hang out with you despite her clear issues with it. The fact you two have a romantic history to an extent makes sense as to why GF wants nothing to do with you. That's a pretty normal boundary. I'd suggest if you want to maintain a friendship with him, stop interfering with his relationship and let him handle it. Being the GF listening to your S/O who kissed and once had a crush on his girl best friend, refusing to accept boundaries against the crush is shitty to be on the receiving end of. Now, for the next story. Am I the idiot for telling my baby's mom I can't cater her every desire? I, 24, male, have been hooking up with a girl, 22. We met on Tinder. I recently broke off with my boyfriend of 3 years. Well, actually, he broke off with me, and I was pretty down, so after taking some time I logged into Tinder. We met, talked for a bit, then we went on a couple dates, and we then started hooking up. One time we got a broken condom. She wasn't on birth control, but she said she took the day after pill. Then she got her period, so we thought it was fine. But as she was feeling sick afterwards, went to the doctor. They asked for a pregnancy test just in case, and well, she was pregnant. She's now 17 weeks old. I have been helping her, of course. She was dealing with sickness and very bad symptoms. She's feeling a bit better now, although she still has nausea. She's extremely needy now, and I get it. Like, I can only imagine how hard it is to be pregnant, but honestly I can't stay with her every day. I'm okay sometimes getting her stuff she wants or needs like meds or food, but she wants me to be with her every second of every day, and I want to be alone too and do my own stuff. I know that she wants a serious relationship, but I'm not there yet. So we had an argument over this. She told me she was sick and she wanted me to go to her apartment. I asked her what was going on and if she needed to go to the hospital. She told me she's feeling nauseous and wanted to be with me in case of something happening. I told her I was busy and can't go, to call me if she needs me. She called me like 15 minutes after that and told me that she really needs me. But I was busy, so I told her that unless it's an emergency I need time alone. She argued with me that she's feeling like poop and I want to even help her feel a bit better. We argued on the phone. I told her I can't run to her wherever she feels like it. She called me an idiot and hung up. The next morning I texted her good morning and asked her how she slept. She just said fine. Then I asked something else and she told me she doesn't want to talk to me. I've been texting her and calling her, but she doesn't pick up. Am I the idiot? ETA. She told me I am more focused on getting my prick wet than her and the baby, which is not true. We already did a paternity test and I'm the father, not the idiot. Your GF is because everything she is complaining about is normal. She is 22 and not 14 or 15. She has to learn to be responsible for herself, because in life, we can't always be assured someone else is going to help. Sometimes being pregnant feels like crap and no one else can make that go away. Honestly, your GF seems whiny, demanding and immature. Not the idiot. But you need to stop saying you are not ready for a relationship yet. This makes her think that if you are spending time together you will become a couple. For your own sanity, take that potential off the table. You may have to start only talking to her about the baby. Not about pregnancy and her, but the child. And you need an attorney. She sounds like someone who will use her child as a weapon. If you like this video, you'll probably like these too. Also, while you're here, please consider subscribing. It's your support that keeps this channel alive and allows me to make better and longer videos. Have a great day.